Hello, I am Ellie, and today I'm speaking about what level 10 pain has taught me. I experienced level 10 physical pain and quickly following that, level 10 emotional pain. So, level 10 pain for me is nothing but the pain. You are completely consumed by the pain. You're not able to have a clear thought or to watch anything, listen to anything, do anything. It's just completely nothing but the pain. That is level 10 pain. And level 10 physical pain, I really sympathize with anyone who's experiencing that because I like to think of it, and I did at that time as a hobby dancer. I was dancing with insanity. I can see how people can become insane. And I think it's also really sad, just side note, that because of the addiction, opiate addiction in the United States, people who are in level 10 pain are denied medicine that is going to bring them relief. And I think that's a really sad fact. But that's just a side note. So the level 10 pain is just like emotional pain. It's demanding for our attention. And so we have level 10 physical pain. That is the universe giving us a full stop to go within. It's a demand to stop and to go within. And so that's exactly what happened to me. Because I was stuck in bed, I could barely move. I couldn't lift my head up. Level 10 pain. I could barely have a complete thought. That's how strong the pain was. And what was happening for me, and what would happen to anyone who is having that level 10 pain, is it forces you to just go within. There's nothing for you to do, no ability to go outside of that pain. And so I had to go within. And there's so many gifts that came out of being in this level 10 pain for me. And so I'm just going to share my story and see if maybe this resonates with you or there's some insight for you in here. So level 10 pain for me, it dissolved my ego completely. So I had a complete dissolving of the ego, and this was a gift for me. So in that moment, in those moments of months and months of level 10 pain, I did not see the gift. I was dancing with insanity. But the gift was, one, pain has a way of showing us strength that we do not know that we have. And it can also be a catalyst for our identity to dissolve. Because for me at that time, my identity was completely and solely mother. I had no identity outside of that. I had completely lost touch with myself, what I need, what I love, what was true for me. It was just, I am a mother, and that was completely what I was consumed by. And so this level 10 pain, it took away my ability to care for my children. I was not able to get out of bed. So my family was coming over in shifts to help me. My partner at the time, we shared a child with, he was doing a lot extra, and my identity, because I could no longer be what I was solely identified with, my identity completely dissolved. And what it did, and what deep pain, physical pain, or emotional pain can do, is it can do just that. It can dissolve the ego identity that we are so wrapped up in, our name, our, the family that we come from, the type of, financial place that we come from. These are all identities that we have taken on, that we have been given, and we have just accepted as truth, even if maybe that isn't the depth of the truth for you. So for me, yes, I am mother, but I am so much more than mother also. And the universe gifted me in this level 10 pain of dissolving my identity completely, so I could really start over and say, okay, who am I? I asked so many questions. That much pain causes you to ask questions. And so I started questioning everything. And this was the catalyst for my spiritual awakening, my first spiritual awakening. I was born actually already having an awakening. So I was born an energy intuitive, and I had a deep connection to the pain and suffering that existed on this planet. Also to the knowing, the deep knowing that every person was a beautiful soul that was just absolutely worthy of love and peace and the pursuit of happiness, dignity, so forth. So, but this spiritual awakening was the first spiritual awakening I had in this life, now born with. So the thing that I learned about being in level 10 pain is to stop resisting the pain. So there was a point, it was weeks and weeks of this level 10 pain and not being able to do the things that I needed to do that I was identified with. I can't go to work. I was a provider. I can't care for my children. I can't even be a mother. And so I was resisting. I was really resisting what was. And I remember this beautiful moment where I just let go. I said, okay, then what now? What now? And this was the point. This was the point where everything started to change for me. And I started to find peace in the midst of level 10 pain. And at this point, I decided to, because I was accepting what was, I was no longer resisting what was, I started to ask the questions. Okay, if this is what is, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help myself? And I would ask these questions and then listen. And so I started to be drawn to and found what I talk about in many of my videos, which is just typing nature sounds on YouTube. And it comes with this beautiful oasis of nature, any oasis you would like, and these beautiful nature sounds. And I would put this on and I would just be lying in bed, just listening to the sounds. If I could lift my neck up enough to see the TV, I would look at the beautiful picture. And I just started to tap into the frequency of peace. And it was a very big turning point for me. And so level 10 pain was a catalyst for me to create a new identity, to go within, to discover who I am, to learn the art of allowing, of accepting what is, and to start asking questions. Because up until that point, I wasn't asking a lot of questions. I just was running on the programs that I had in my subconscious, and I was really, really tied into the ego identity that I had adapted throughout my life. And so this level 10 pain is unbelievably painful and disruptive as it was. I can look back now and see what a gift it really was and what a catalyst for my growth is. But number one is, if you're in physical pain of any level, of any kind, it is powerful. It is going to serve you to relax into the pain. So as soon as we relax our body, when we're resisting and we're in physical pain, we're tensing up our body, and actually it's increasing the pain because we're fighting it. We're fighting the pain. We're tensing up against it. So when you're in physical pain, if we relax the body, our muscles will relax a little bit. And when we stop resisting the pain, we work with what is. We are opening the doorway to peace and to understanding, okay, I am in pain. What can I do? And so it's quite beautiful. And so following, as soon as I was able to start getting out of bed a little bit, I received from the universe another gift, which I did not see at the time. It took me quite a few years later to see this as a gift. But I received level 10 pain in the form of losing custody of my oldest child. I went from having him 5 days, 5 nights a week to 3 daytime visits a month. And like I had said before, my identity was solely as a mother. So while my identity had dissolved quite a bit, it hadn't completely dissolved. And losing my child and having the court system, having my son's father be telling me that you are not good at being a mother. That was the message I was receiving. It was extremely painful because that was my whole identity. So if I'm not good at the thing that I'm completely wrapped up in with my identity, then what is going on? It really forced me to, again, go within. Pain is calling for our attention. It's calling for us to go within, to self-examine, to become self-aware, to let go, to stop resisting, to ask questions. So I lost custody of my child, and it was extremely painful. Level 10 pain. The pain was excruciating. It was so unbearable. But years later, looking back on that gift, I realized that I needed that ego identity to dissolve so that I could step into full alignment with myself, which is much more than just a mother. Yes, I am still a mother, but I am so much more, and I have a purpose. And I was so out of alignment. So that's the other reason that pain can come to us in our life, is when we are so out of alignment with our own true north, with what is going to bring us fulfillment and joy. And so pain can come in as this powerful teacher, catalyst to shake things up for you and say, hey, you're out of alignment. And so it was really a beautiful gift for me to experience. And also, I can only see this looking back now, not at the time, but it cleared up space for me, because I've always been a person who has valued love, the depth of love. I've always understood to some degree the depth of love, and my partnerships were not in alignment with that. And having my child full time was my children, I have 2 boys, full time, was not allowing me any space to bring in a relationship. And it is actually my path to be in sacred union, to experience the depth of love with another, and to continue to awaken and grow together, and to emanate this incredible love light out into the world, which is sourced for first and foremost within myself and the other person, and then combines together and amplifies, just emanating out this incredible healing light that touches everything around us. And so the universe was actually clearing space for me for that to come in, because it's very difficult if you have children full time to bring in a partner. It's not impossible. So know that it's not impossible. In fact, just side note, because I have 2 children, and actually I have 2 children with 2 different fathers. And so I remember when I was starting the dating journey, and the message that I was receiving loud and clear as a single mother, and especially as a single mother with 2 different fathers, was that I was not worthy, and that I was going to have to take the bottom of the barrel. Any man that would accept me, I should take. And I rejected that right from the beginning. No, that was not my truth. I could feel my worthiness. It was growing during that time, all the way to now, where I'm shining so bright. My worthiness is just, I am rooted in my worthiness, and I keep attracting in things to match my belief and vibration that I'm holding about myself. Very easy for me to attract what I want. So I just want you to know, if you are a single mother, that and if you have your children full time, it will be very hard to attract in a partner, but not impossible. Watch your vibration. Okay, side note. So yeah, the emotional pain, it was a catalyst to teach me self-worth, to teach me the strength that I did not know I had. And it was calling me. If we're in pain, it is calling us to find the strength we do not know we have. And that is exactly what happened for me. And so through this level 10 pain physically and then emotionally, and this combination of the two at the same time, was the universe just punching the ground beneath me. It was as if the ground beneath me cracked open and the seas parted and everything started to fall away from me. I lost everything at that time during that first spiritual awakening. My best friend of 15 years, custody of my son, my relationship with my partner at the time, my youngest son's father. I lost my ability to run. I was a strong runner, a strong dancer. I used to love to go to the gym and row. I lost everything. And that was a beautiful gift for the universe, because I was so out of alignment with right path, so out of alignment with joy, with peace, with fulfillment. And so what I've learned from pain is that pain can bring us back into alignment if we listen, if we surrender, if we stop resisting and we work with what is. We do everything that we can also. So when I was in that level 10 physical pain, after months and months of not being able to do anything and mourning all of the physical activity that I loved so dearly, I decided to stop resisting, to let go, to accept what is. And all I could do was just move my shoulder for a second and then put it back down. Move my shoulders, move my legs a little bit. And I just kept working at it, but working with what is, not resisting. So I hope that sharing my own story of level 10 physical and emotional pain serves you in some way. Let me know if you have any questions about this kind of pain, or you just want to share your own story about what your own pain has taught you, or maybe you're going through pain right now. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, like it, support me by subscribing, and I will love to connect with you soon. Thank you.